Hello, beautiful. Welcome to my channel. My name is Desiree De Lune, and I've got a question for you. You know that being in alignment, living in alignment is very important. But do you know the signs? Do you know how to tell whether something is truly aligned or if it isn't? And I have this great line for you that I came up with a couple weeks ago, and I've been saying it a lot, and I'm going to say it more moving forward. It's not about doing more, it's about doing right. We live in a culture, it's like better, do more, do more, do more, do more better, okay? And I'm all about being better, but let's deliver this in a better way. It's more about choosing moment by moment, day by day, month by month, year by year, what is right? What is your personal right? What is right for you? Not what's right on someone else's terms or society's terms or cultural terms or any terms, your nation, your city. No. What is right for you, my friend? And it's not as hard as you think. Let's simplify this, keep it really easy. And I'm just here to nudge you and remind you that you have the ability to choose what is aligned and what is right. If this is our first time meeting, again, I am Desiree De Lune, and I am an acupuncturist and herbalist specializing in energetic and emotional release work. So you can check out my work. I have 4 books out. I am fabulous, I am worthy, I am magnetic, and the newest one, Elements of Emotion. If you want to get access to all kinds of tools and techniques and words of wisdom around moving through your personal blockages, I do recommend to subscribe to my channel and make sure that you hit the bell so that you can be notified when a new video is uploaded every single week. And if you like this content, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Okay, so let's dive in. The first aspect of uncovering what is aligned or misaligned is the level of intensity of your emotions. Are you experiencing emotions like wind-tossed seas, being thrown here and thrown there? It's quite violent and volatile in nature. It seems like your moods are all over the place. One second it's a yes, one second it's a no. There's a lot of justifications happening, and like, oh, you're so on board one minute, and then tomorrow it's like, no, this isn't right at all. Okay, there is this tug of war. There is this constant back and forth. Versus when something is aligned, there is level calm waters. There is a constancy. There's a consistency of how you feel about something. You know when internally it is like a hurricane, okay? If it's like a hurricane, it's either misaligned or you're not seeing it properly. You need to define it better, understand the context of something better. Something needs to be worked out there. I wouldn't like go forward and proceed when there is such major throws and blows and all of that. So look for, over time, this constancy, all right, and a calm, settling sensation and feeling towards it. Second, to look for is there a lot of confusion? Personally, do you have a lot of confusion around this, and also scattered thinking as well? It isn't clear, and it is driving you mad, and it's driving you nuts. There's a lot of frustration that can be generated when we have confusion, versus that being misaligned, versus it is clear and direct. When you speak about something, you can hear in someone's voice when they're serious. There is a directness. There is a tone of voice that sounds quite solid and certain. We're looking for that sense, that sensation of certainty in their presence and in their voice. Versus it's like, you're being blown around. You can tell when someone is not certain and confused. When someone's confused, it's quite ungrounded. It's quite like fleeting here and there. So if you get that inside of you, that it's like this locking in when I talk about it. This is for real. There's a sense of truth about it. And if you don't get that directness feeling coming out of your mouth or just emanating from your field and from your body, then it's misaligned. And here's another thing, my friends. Something could be misaligned now, but be aligned 3 months from now or 5 years from now. Okay? It could just be right thing, wrong time, or just for another season, another cycle. So what I'm asking you to do is check in now, in this moment. It's okay to change your mind later, because circumstances could change within you, within them, or within the circumstances within the world. It'll be aligned later, possibly. So again, always check in right now. Is there directness or is there confusion? Last thing to look for is, are you decisive? Period. It kind of piggybacks off the directness, but are you able to make a decision? I do want to share that it does not need to take very long to make a decision. I bet that its decision already is there, but there's some denial present, and that's why you haven't made a decision. There is this tug of war here between what the heart wants and needs versus what you think you want and need. Those can be two very different things. It's that battle between the heart and the ego. What do you want versus what, how others are going to think about what you actually want. And so then you deny yourself because you think there will be rejection happening as a result. So a lot of us can make a decision within a day or two. It's just admitting what our decision is the other ball game here. So the decision is available. There are a percentage of us that need a bit more time. It's a very small percentage, okay? Very small. This is quite the minority where someone may need a full 28-day lunar cycle to actually make a decision, because that's just how they operate. Again, we're talking maybe 1% of the population. Majority of us have access to a decision quite sooner than that. It's just the acceptance of the right decision. Okay. So we want this decisive energy. And let's say you make a decision and it's not really the best one. It's okay. I'd rather you make one, just period. Because if it's a misaligned decision, guess what? You're not going to be able to truck along too long with that misaligned decision, because there will be energetic inflammation. There will be turmoil. There will be chaos. And, sometimes it might take a couple of weeks or months. It could happen, absolutely. But you'll start to see the breakdown. And so because you made that decision, even though it wasn't the aligned one, but it's still better than not making one, okay? Just make that decision and go forward with it. And then watch, you're going to get right back and calibrate and come back into alignment, because it will be so obvious that it was not right for you. Okay. It'll be so obvious. It's so definitive. So being decisive is such an important skill, because you can change your mind. Just like I said earlier, you can quickly course correct and change your mind. And that's perfectly fine. That's incredible. That's amazing. So either way, my friend, you can't go wrong, really. You can't go wrong. If you're in this like one toe in, one toe out, like if you're tiptoeing around and not choosing, that is probably the worst situation. That's that limbo place. That is the worst situation. Ugh, worse than making the wrong decision, right? Whatever that means. So, anyways, look for these aspects, and as you're moving through your life, you are going to get more and more clear, connected, focused, and you're going to do more of what's right. Not just do more for the sake of more. You're going to do what's right. Okay? And this is where the peace comes in, where peace flows and your energy flows. And that's what we are all striving for, essentially, is peace, clarity, confidence. This is where we have smooth flow of chi and blood within our body systems. Our emotions do not need to be like wind-tossed seas. Life happens, of course, difficulties come, but when it is a storm all the time, every day, all the time, or just chronically, those are indicators. And we want to use all of these experiences, these emotions, these feelings as very important indicators, as warning lights, just like check engine lights coming on in your car. We need to listen to them and pay attention to them and look over a course of time, like what's presenting here. And if there's consistent storms, my friend, it's time to see the causes of those storms, because that just is not the best way to live. Okay? Thank you so much for hanging out with me and helping you understand what's going to get you in the right places, in the right spaces, at the right times for you. Always remember, it's about your personal right, not anybody else's, not everyone else's. Because when you get aligned, other people around you also do the same. Amazing. Thank you so much for being with me, and I look forward to being with you more in the future. If you go down on the link below, you can find my 3 best blends from my I Am Fabulous book. You can download that for free and check out my website at DesireeDeLune.com, as I teach workshops every single week. And do make sure to hit that like button.